Hey y'all, it's Sierra, and I am back with another reading. This is a reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And this reading is regarding the love lessons from your past life or past lives. This is a timeless reading, so that means whenever you come across this video, that is when you are supposed to see it. Or whenever you decide to watch it, that is when this message should resonate with you. All right, so I believe that we have past lives. So I don't think that we die and just go in the ground and that's it. I think that we reincarnate. So with reincarnation, that means that we have past lives. Now, there are lessons that we can learn from our past lives. So there's trauma that can come from our past lives. There's lessons that we need to learn. There's karma that can come from our past lives. There's so many things I can get into, but today we're going to talk about the love lessons from the past life or past lives that are currently affecting you right now in this life. So we might not always be affected by every single past life that we have had. There may be some that affect us in this life and then different ones that affect us in the next life. So typically what we are supposed to be doing in Earth School, is what I call it, is we are supposed to be continuously evolving throughout our different lives. So we should be looking to see what lessons we can learn from our past lives, what gifts we might have from our past lives, things of that nature. So again, we're going to be talking about love lessons from our past lives. What are some of the things that we've gone through or cycles that we might be repeating that we dealt with in our past lives, so that we can go ahead and heal those issues and have more positive interactions when it comes to love in this lifetime. All right, so we are going to start off with your identity in this past life. So what I'm showing is that you all were a woman. So you can be a woman or a man in these different lifetimes. So even if you're a man now, you could still have been a woman in a past life. So I'm showing that you were a woman in this past life. And we have the guide card here. So that's telling me that you were supposed to be someone who helped other people, someone who was a guide to other people. So you could have had a number of different occupations that fit that description. You could have been a teacher, you could have been a spiritualist, you could have been a counselor, psychologist, a religious leader, or some sort of leader. Okay, either you were or you were supposed to, and you didn't quite get to realize that. You didn't actually get to do that in your lifetime. There could have been things that were holding you back from doing that, and I'll get into why in a minute. So we also have the Father card, which is a double, this is a double card. So it's the Father, but it's also the Emperor card in the tarot deck. So when we talk about the Emperor, we are talking about somebody that's a leader. We're talking about somebody who is in control. Okay, sometimes the Emperor can be good, sometimes it can be bad. It can be somebody that's too controlling. Okay, so you may have had a father figure in your past life that was very controlling, did not necessarily allow you to do what you wanted to do in your life. And you could have sought out a partner that had similar characteristics. So you could have been dealing with somebody that was very controlling when it comes to your past life as far as love. Okay, we also have the Visible Woman, and this also doubles as the Queen of Wands. Now the Queens of Wands, we know wands can represent creativity in the tarot deck. So this is somebody that is very creative. This is somebody that has a lot of things going for themselves. Okay, this is somebody that is also a social person. So I believe that's why they chose the Visible Woman for this card. Now, depending on the time frame, that could be seen as negative characteristics. If this was a past life where women were supposed to basically kind of just do their jobs as a mom, be like the person that cleans the house, kind of serve their husband. They weren't really supposed to speak up. They weren't supposed to draw a lot of attention to themselves. This could have been seen as a negative thing in your past life. It's possible that this was between 1644 and 1654, as those are the time frames that are on this card here. Okay, so somewhere in the 1600s, because on this father card we also have 1638. So I'll just say this was probably somewhere in the 1600s. So for whatever reason in your past life, you did not feel like you were able to shine the way that you wanted to, even though you may have had certain talents and certain things that you wanted to do. So it could have been that you just had to be the good wife, be quiet, stay at home, and be there for your husband. And that was probably something that you were taught growing up with this father card. So I did ask for a card to tell me what your lesson was in that past life, or what your lesson is in this life, since you may not have completed that lesson. And we got leadership. Okay, so again, with this Emperor coming out and then leadership being the lesson, that's telling me that you all were in a romantic relationship with somebody that stifled your abilities to be a leader. They stifled your abilities to be this guide to people. That was a part of your life purpose. That was a part of what you were supposed to do, to help, the greatest and highest good of everyone. But the person you were in a relationship with stifled your ability to do that. Okay, so they wanted you to just sit down and be quiet. We also have the creativity card. So again, with this Queen of Wands, like I was saying, that's a very creative person. So you are a very creative person in that lifetime, and most likely you are now. You are going to want to use your creativity to help you to live in your purpose. Once you are walking in your purpose and doing everything that you are supposed to be doing, that's when you will see things start to get better in your love life, whether you're in a relationship or you're not in a relationship. If you are finding that you're having trouble when it comes to love, it could be because you're not living in your purpose. Okay, so if you have creative projects that you want to work on, if you want to be a life coach, if you want to be a mentor, if you want to be a sports coach, teacher, counselor, whatever, make sure you're working on doing that, okay? Sorry, my phone went off. Even if you don't have the support of your spouse, because I'm showing that in your past life, you didn't have the support of your spouse to be able to live in your purpose, and you could be repeating that cycle right now. So you want to make sure that you don't repeat that cycle, so that way you don't have to keep going through that lesson lifetime after lifetime. Okay, we also have the life goals. Okay, let me see what it says. That's what I was saying. So it says life goals. Be sure your life goals, lifestyle are congruent with your partners. Grow together or grow apart. So again, if you all are dealing with somebody that does not support you living in your purpose, you all could be growing apart, which is okay. Sometimes we are not meant to be with somebody forever. We're meant to be with them to learn a specific lesson and then let them go. So if somebody is trying to hold you back from living in your purpose and being happy in your life, then that's something that you're going to want to pay attention to, for one. Notice that that's what's happening, for one. And two, you might have to leave that situation because it's something that you dealt with in your past life. So you don't want to keep having to deal with that situation over and over again. We also have the meditate card. It says meditate daily. Follow your intuition. Find inner peace and balance alone or with a partner. So they said alone or with a partner. This is to let you know that, hey, you might end up having to leave a situation. You might end up being by yourself for a while, and that's okay. That allows you to follow your inner voice and the guidance from your higher self as far as what you are supposed to be doing with your life. Once you get on track with what you're supposed to be doing with your life, again, that's when you'll find that you don't have as many issues when it comes to love, or you may find that you no longer have codependency. You no longer feel like you have to be with somebody. You are comfortable with being by yourself. Okay, so we also have the cheater story. So you definitely probably dealt with infidelity in your past life, and it could be something that you are dealing with now. So it says cheated on now or in the past, trust issues, heal past hurts, and change your future. That is the whole purpose of me doing this video. Heal past hurts and change your future. We are talking about past lives, but also in the past, in this current life. If you have been hurt, you definitely want to heal those so that you can have a better future. So that's why we want to look into past lives to see what lessons we may need to be learning, because we are going through certain situations, because that is going to help us realize, okay, I need to work on this, or I need to work on that. Unfortunately, sometimes it takes things going wrong or bad for us in order for us to snap into shape, get back on track. Okay, so we have feel better first. Feel the feeling of having a partner, healthy relationship. Raise your vibration and you will attract the same. So this is to let you know, again, it's okay with being alone. Some of you may feel like you have to be in a relationship with somebody in order to be whole. Or you might not be in a relationship and you're feeling really lonely right now, which is normal. That's a normal feeling for humans to have. But that's why you want to turn that energy, channel that energy into your creative projects, okay? Channel that energy into your life purpose. Channel that energy into helping other people deal with similar situations that you have been in. I hope y'all can hear me because I kind of have like a sinus infection right now. We also have the Emperor. So again, this Father card doubles as the Emperor, and we have the Emperor again. So it's time for you to take control over your life. Take control over your life, and your love life is going to move accordingly as well. We also, some of y'all could also have father issues as well. I can't ignore that. Some of y'all might have problems with your father, not having a good relationship with your father. And that can most definitely affect your relationships with men, period. Okay, so that might be something that you all may want to work on. Okay, your past life could have been a situation where you had a bad relationship with your father. You may currently still be going through that, or you could have been in a relationship with somebody who basically stifled your talents. We have the Eight of Pentacles. As you can see, this person is working on perfecting their craft. They are not out there looking for somebody else. They're working on things that are going to help them, help themselves out. They're worried about themselves right now, okay, and making themselves better. So spend some time working on your crafts. Again, it's funny because we say perfecting your craft, but we have creativity. What do we call creative projects? Sometimes we call those arts and crafts, right? So some of you may really have some artistic abilities, or you might have a creative eye. You might have an eye for design. You might have musical talent, something of that nature. Okay, so focus on perfecting your craft. And we have the Hanged Man card. So if you want to be able to progress and move forward, it's time to start doing things that make you feel good. Doing things for yourself. Focusing on yourself. Focusing on walking in your purpose. Focusing on perfecting your craft. And as this card said, okay, it says feel great first. Will attract the same. Once you start doing that, you will attract people to you that have that same mindset as you, and they're not going to be worried about trying to hold you back, because they're going to be worried about themselves and propelling themselves forward. And they will understand that when you want to have your vibrations high, you cannot be purposely trying to bring somebody else down. Okay, so and then we also have the Hermit card. So some of you could be Virgos. Also, some of you might be a life path 7 with this creativity card. It has the number 7. So it's time to come out of hermit mode. Come out of your shell, okay? Now, this can be taken 2 ways. Coming out of hermit mode, meaning it's time to get yourself out there with this visible woman. It's time to let people see who you really are, okay? It's time to show people your talents. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the 6 of Wands, okay? The 6 of Wands is talking about public recognition. It's talking about victory, okay? So it's time to come out of hiding. Don't hide behind a partner. Come out and show the world the real you and show people how talented you are, and you're going to see an increase in positive interactions when it comes to love. So that's what I have for you all. I hope it made sense. It can get kind of difficult to explain past lives versus current lives. So I hope that I articulated it in a way that resonated with you all. If it did, please feel free to let me know by leaving a comment in the comment section. Also, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for taking the time to watch this, and I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Bye!